This is just an update on Laanc on the desktop for Drone Logbook. We've added it with the Airspace link, our new Airspace provider, on the desktop. So I've planned a mission so far, and I'm now going to set the flight area just to show you how this works. This will transfer over to the area I selected. In this case, I'm not actually in Arizona. We'll show you information here. So let's select grid is a 400 and a 0 here. So I'm just going to draw a quick polygon. Oops. Set it to blue, and half of this airspace is in the 0 and a little bit's in the 400. If you select where you clicked, it gives you information about the area, the filters as to what's been turned on Airspace Link, and your details here as to what the notifications are. So Laanc is always going to show up as an orange, not red or green, just because it's the way we've got it set in order to give you the option on what you're going to do in the area. So once we save the flight area, close it, and now I'm here. Had I set a flight area in the beginning, it would actually put it in here. I didn't do it when we started. So I'm going to set this for 100 and submit flight request. Now you need an Airspace Link account. They are free to have, so just sign up for one. It'll open it up on this side. And in this case, I was logged out, so I got to log back in. Normally, it would just go straight to your account. And Laanc 400 is what I called this. It'll transfer this operational information across. Items in the asterisk are mandatory. So I'm going to consent. One thing you've got to note is consent to sharing this with Drone Logbook. This is an FAA issue. It's not between us and Airspace. It's because it's two different accounts. You've got to authorize it. And you can see the Laanc that was in the 0 has the red line through it, and the Laanc that was outside is operational. So I'm going to save the operation. Sorry, I've got to give this a duration. If you did this from Drone Logbook, this would be filled out. I didn't do it. Save the operation. So now here's what it comes down to. This add justifications because it's a 0 grid. So when you highlight it, so if I added this, you'd be able to send it off to the FAA. This submit is for the other half of the space down here. So I'm going to submit this. It's now going off and it's approved. So the approval is ASL, OS8, etc., etc. Now I'll get an email back on this. Now if I go back to Drone Logbook, waiting for this submission authorization, refresh this. The FAA email I think just came in. And here's your authorization. Now it doesn't take the ASL because the FAA doesn't actually use that. If you go to look up the authorization, it's actually this digit right here. Here's your authorization. And if I view the detail, it opens up a document. Sorry, that is my local internet speed. There we go. It's a PDF, and your authorization ID is down here at the bottom. So this is for Laanc on the desktop. On the mobile, we're still using AirMap. We will be moving over to Airspace Link on the mobile later on this year, but for now, it's AirMap. We'll send you an update when we make the change.